Hey guys, it's Alyssa Marie, your intuitive reader. I hope you all are having a wonderful start to your weekend. If you're watching this when I upload it, that is. So today's message is for starseeds in particular. So if you feel like a starseed, this video is for you if you identify as one, and this is just a message for you, okay? We have 3 piles, but before we get into the piles, I do want to let you guys know that if you're interested in a personal reading, I do offer starseed readings and things like that. Down below, I also have a deck that I'm going to be using in this video for sale as well. I have my Patreon, my Instagram, and merchandise you can purchase. So let's go ahead and get started. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pile number 1 is a seashell. Pile number 2 is a blue, it's a sodalite heart. And pile number 3 is a key. So go ahead, if you need more time, you can pause the video and the timestamp to your reading will be down below. We're going to go ahead and get started. Okay. All right, if you chose, whoopsie, sorry about that shell. If you chose pile number 1 with this pretty shell, what is the message for you, Starseed? What is the message for you right now? First card we have is the 3rd house with perception. Second card out is the solar plexus chakra. I feel my own power. Third is the Orion starseed, karmic contracts, logical. And fourth, we have master teacher, align with your full mission, assist and teach. Okay, beautiful message, pile number 1. Let me go ahead here and readjust the image, what you're seeing. Okay, so first off, interesting I said adjust the image because that message is exactly what I was going to tell you. So when the 3rd house comes out, to me, it deals definitely, like it says, with perception. And I think of it as changing your perception, okay? Adjusting the image, adjusting the way you're viewing things at the moment. So this could be with your love life, this could be with your career, this could be with your soul purpose, your spiritual journey. Change the way you look at things. Change the way you do things. One thing that's coming through for me automatically is a lot of times us starseeds don't really have much information to go off of. And so, it makes us feel good to want to put a label to ourselves as in we're this starseed, or find out information just by Googling it, just by, looking in a book. But the reality of it is I want you instead, go ahead and do research, by looking at videos, because I make videos about starseeds. But the reality of it is that you yourself, you have a higher self because we're multidimensional beings, and you yourself already know who you are and what you should be doing, okay? Now, the thing is, I shouldn't have said what you should be doing, because even if you think that you're in the wrong point of life, you're like, why am I here? I should be further along. Don't think of it that way, because you made a soul contract, and it says this here, karmic contracts. You made a contract before you even incarnated here on the 3D. Congratulations, okay, you chose one of the hardest planets to incarnate on. And congratulations to me, because I did too. But people that incarnate on planet Earth, okay, souls, I should say, they are here for a challenge. So you are here for a challenge, okay? And know that. So if things are getting rough and, you don't know how you feel about things, and I want you to just change your perspective right now. I want you to look at it through the eyes of someone else. I want you to just do things a bit differently, think a bit differently, ask why a bit more. You know what I mean? Changing the view. to something different. Because if we do the same thing all the time, we're never really going to expand. We're never really going to grow. And that's the point of this existence, and the point of every existence is really to ascend and to grow. Now, you also have the solar plexus chakra. I feel my own power. This is telling me that you guys aren't the most confident right now about something. I want you to know that you are a very powerful individual and a very, very smart individual, okay? And we'll get to that in a second. You feel like an old soul to me. Now, you might feel like, oh, I hear that a lot. And like, I don't use that much because, there are a lot of starseeds that aren't that old of souls, okay? But you are an old soul. You have been here a long time. But yet, one of the things you have yet to master is confidence. Not just confidence in the way you look and the way you act, but confidence in the way you do everything, okay? Because I do feel that your soul, and particularly in this lifetime, you may have missed out on things because you thought that you might not be good enough. You thought, maybe you wouldn't be successful enough. And know that you're powerful. You can co-create your own reality with the help of star beings, with the help of the universe, through yourself, through your higher self. You can do this. You are beautiful and you are powerful in this existence. And just believing that, even though it might sound cliche to say, just believe it. Believe me, okay? Believe me and trust me that if you put yourself in that mindset, changing the perception about how you view yourself, you would be astonished to see how your life is going to change, how you are going to attract more abundance, how you are going to feel even more confident, even if it sounds like a bit of a chore at first, thinking like, I'm confident. But I want you to use that affirmation that I have on that card there, and I want you to say, I feel my own power. I want you to say that. And I want you to say that for the rest of the day, multiple times. If you want, do it for the rest of, whenever, do it as much as you can. I feel my own power. I want you to write it down. I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to say that. It's a really short one. I feel my own power. Now, Orion Starseed came out, so you guys might identify with being an Orion Starseed. I do feel that actually everyone here that picked this pile is an Orion Starseed, but remember that we have lived multiple lives and multiple star systems, so there's probably, you might still be Pleiadian, Mintakan, Arcturian, but the Orions just wanted to show themselves today, okay? So with the Orion starseed, Orions are very logical. So I want you to be very logical about a situation right now. I want you to look at things logically and understand that it's not making much sense to feel low in confidence, okay? Look at things logically right now. But what's interesting is that we have master teacher. You guys, that's another reason I think that you're an old soul. I perceive that. But you have the ability, you have a lot of knowledge, okay? If you go and tap into your Akashic records right now, whenever you can, you have a lot of knowledge. You have lived many lives. And I feel that for pile one here, you guys do have a gift that maybe you haven't shared. And this can be a spiritual gift, but this doesn't have to be, okay? This can also be like a physical gift. Like maybe you're very good at drawing. You're very good at singing. You're very good at doing medicine for people. You're good at reading. You're good at, whatever it is that you're good at. Can be anything. I want you to teach somebody about it, okay? I want you to make a little YouTube video. I want you to put something on Instagram, a post, or even if you just invite somebody over and say, hey, look, I'm going to really quickly teach you how to play this chord on the piano or whatever it may be. I want you to do that because teaching and assisting is one of your life's purposes, okay? I do think you have several life purposes. This is one of the big ones. And you might be like, really? But don't think about teaching like you're a teacher in a school teaching children. You can be, but it doesn't have to be. It can literally be, like technically what I'm doing in a way on my channel is assisting and teaching others in their spiritual journey. So that is a teacher role. Like I said, making a short little video of you painting and showing somebody how to draw a certain thing. It's teaching. believe me that when you guys teach and assist somebody else and help somebody else, I'm hearing help, like you are wonderful at helping people. You are going to feel very happy and you are going to get brought into this confidence, okay? That is what I have for your message right now, Starseed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, if you chose pile number 2 with this beautiful soda light heart, what are the messages for you, Starseed, right now? What does the universe want you to know? We have Libra with the idealist. We have the Andromedans with mind-body healing. We have Earth, Gaia needs you, ground your light. And we have soul family, attracting soul family, awakening others, soul contracts. Beautiful. Okay, there is a strong message here for you, pile 2. The strong message I am getting is right now, there's a lot of emphasis on relationships in your life. Right? These can be romantic relationships, they can be platonic relationships, but there's a lot of emphasis on it. And right now, what I am hearing with the Soul Family card and Gaia needs you is, I want you guys to really work on yourselves. Now that kind of sounds contradictive, I don't know the right word, sorry, to what I just said. Because Libra is about relationships. And soul family is multiple souls. But I feel that you would have the ability to find your soul tribe, your soul family. Find I shouldn't say the correct, but people that are in your vibration more readily if you were able to assess yourself. When the Andromedans come in with mind-body healing, the Andromedans basically have the power to heal physical wounds of the body via the mind and vice versa. So when the Andromedans come in to me, this is them telling you that you need to work on healing your mind and body. And when I say that is, you could be the most fit, healthy person out there, but if you're not okay mentally, there's not a strong connection and there's not a strong vibration that is going to the core of the earth that is grounding you. I feel that your root chakra may need some work, okay? But, with the body aspect, I really don't feel a lot of times like this has to do with nutrition. It does. But the way I see body, I feel more of, because I'm not telling you, go get fit. I want to make that clear. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying loving the body, respecting the body, hydrating the body, feeding the body, nutritious foods. And that's not to say you can't have donuts and, sugary stuff, because I do. Everybody does. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people do. There's nothing wrong with that. But respecting the body, even respecting the body by, taking care of it with taking a shower, brushing your hair, looking in the mirror and saying, I have a beautiful body, not talking down on the body, not saying I'm fat, I'm too skinny, I'm ugly, those kind of things. Loving the body, and also healing the mind. And the best way to heal the mind is to be in the present moment. I'm going to quickly mention that, okay? Think about when you were a child. Now, of course, there were traumatic things that happened in your childhood, most likely, for most of us. But think about when you were pretty little, like 5, okay? And think about memories. And a lot of times when you think about those memories, you're probably thinking of, okay, maybe when you were in kindergarten, you were playing with your friends, or you're thinking of a very specific moment or multiple moments in which you felt pretty happy. Most of us are pretty happy. I'm not saying everybody, but most of us are pretty happy at some point in our childhood when we were real little. In our older childhood, it changes, but when we're real little, our brains are not developed enough to really think about the past nor the future. They think in the present moment, like a dog. That sounds weird, but it's true. Your dog always thinks in the present moment. That's why when you leave for 2 seconds and you come back, your dog is just as excited, because they think always in the present moment. I want you to work on that. And what I mean by that is it's going to be hard. And that's something that, somebody who's really enlightened has mastered. So you're not going to master it in this lifetime. But try to live in the present moment. So like right now, I should try to be thinking exactly what I'm saying to you, doing the reading. I'm not thinking about, 20 minutes from now when I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm not thinking about earlier today when I was hanging out with my friend. I'm thinking about right now. And that's something that is very hard, very, very hard for humans. Okay? But I want you to work on that. Because when you heal the mind and the body, you are going to be really grounding yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Because Gaia needs you, because you are a pivotal person and soul in this lifetime. You are meant to awaken others. That's one of your soul purposes. I'll tell you that right now. There are people that have incarnated in this lifetime with you that are your soul family that you are going to naturally gravitate towards. And you'd be surprised, even if they live completely across the world, somehow, in some way, in some moment, when the moment is right, when you are healed, mind, body, healing, it's healed, when they are, with divine timing, when it is right, you are going to come in to that soul family and you are going to find them. And you are going to awaken others by you just living and loving yourself. It's like contagious, okay, guys? It's contagious. I don't care what you say. Think about laughing. When somebody's laughing and they laugh at a joke or something, the joke's not even freaking funny, right? But their laugh is hilarious, okay? You're gonna laugh, and then you're laughing, and then somebody else laughs, and it's contagious. And that's how living in the present moment, living positively does to people. If you're positive, even if you don't feel like, I don't want you to say to never, this is a big thing. I'm gonna point that out. Again, I pointed out in a lot of readings. You are supposed to be living a 3D existence. So if you feel sad, you feel mad, you feel lust, you feel anger, you feel depression, that's okay. We are meant to feel those. But it is when we get stuck in those 3D emotions that we never move out of them. And that's what makes us continue to live again and again and again, in my opinion. So I want you to focus on healing those aspects. And in order to heal those past aspects of now and previous lifetimes, you have to face them and you have to accept them. And that's hard. That's a journey in and of itself. But then once you come into that, which I feel like you guys have been doing some healing, once you come into that, you're already an asset to Gaia, but you're really going to be an asset to Gaia because you will be completely nice and grounded, nice and awakened, and other people are going to see, wow, look at her, look at him, look at them, oh my gosh, look at how they radiate. You will radiate. Believe me, people will say that about you. They'll be like, gosh, you're radiating. What did you do? Are you eating something different? Are you getting enough sleep? Like, what's happening? And you're just going to be like, well, I got stuff figured out. I got my shit figured out. And through that, you're going to naturally find that soul family, okay? And you're going to be able to better serve Gaia. And this lifetime as well, like I said, is about relationships with others. So a lot of times you're going to find yourself teaching, assisting, awakening others. You're going to find yourself in really meaningful connections, but you're also going to find yourself in connections that test you. And you're going to have to be able to differentiate between the connections that are serving you and for your own good, and the connections that are toxic to you, and the connections which you are toxic in, and understanding which don't work and which do. But there is a big emphasis in this lifetime of awakening others, and also relationships with others and with self. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you right now. That is the message I have for you, pile number 2, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. All right, if you chose pile number 3 with this key, Starseed, what is the message for you right now? First card, we have Pisces, the Mystic. Okay, so we have some Piscean energy here. Next, okay, yes, we have, I love this image that I chose here, generational trauma, past life healing. Look at that. Look at that. Drowning, reaching for help. We have the Lyran Starseed, Master Manifesting Ancient Wisdom. And we also have, oh yes, okay, the Avian Starseed, Light Codes, 12th Dimension, and New Perspective. Oh my goodness. Okay, the reason I'm getting excited about that, let me tell you guys quick, is that I do a lot of Starseed readings. And if you'd like a personal one, the link is down below in my Etsy. But I do a lot of Starseed readings for people. And I will be honest with you, I get a lot of the same origins for a lot of people, because there's certain groups that have decided to incarnate here together collectively right now. So I get a lot of Pleiadians. I do get a lot of Arcturians. I do get a lot of, what else do I get a lot of? I get, Lyran is pretty common. Avian, blue avian, no, not common. I have given one client the origin of the avians, and the avians only came out like very hardly in my readings, okay? And I think they're coming up recently because they're wanting to make more of a impact, to me even, like they're coming out a lot. So that's interesting. That's a side note. Let's get into this. So the message for you, okay. All right, it's heavy. It is kind of like pile number 2, in the sense that there needs to be some healing that happens. You have probably been through a lot in this lifetime, and you have probably been through a hell of a lot in your past lifetimes. Whether you like it or not, you have inherited, your soul has inherited past life traumas that have come here. I personally even believe that you have inherited traumas biologically. And let me tell you about a quick experiment. I love this experiment, and it just blows my mind, okay? I'm a biologist, so I read a lot about experiments, and I did have this experiment we had to read in class, and it stuck with me. So basically what the experiment said, sorry, it does include mice, and I'm sorry about that if you don't want to hear that. But there were these mice, and what they did is they would show them a cherry blossom, and you know, cherry blossoms also have a scent, a sweet, nice scent, strong scent. They would show them the cherry blossom, and they would smell the cherry blossom. When they did, they shocked them, okay? Which is kind of sad, but you'll see why in a minute. They shocked them. They did that a few times, and when they just showed the cherry blossom, right, next time they ran and hide because they realized, oh crap, it brings shock, which makes sense. But literally, generations later, I'm not even talking, 1, I'm talking 5, many generations later, which, mice, they have generations very quickly. But nonetheless, those little baby mice were just, after many generations, were just shown the cherry blossom. There was no shock, and they ran and hide. They run and hide. And to me, that literally reiterates this point. Even your biological self, your body, I believe that your DNA has inherited possibly if a slave that lived in the 1860s down south, that trauma has been inherited, and it's going to come up. Also soul trauma, right? But biological trauma, it's inherited. It's crazy, okay? I think that's crazy about the mice. I think it really is. I didn't expect that to actually to read about that. But that is very fascinating. So keep that in mind. But a lot of that past stuff right now, Starseed, is holding you back. Because a lot of it isn't healed. And it's like this picture. You want to come up, you want to swim, but the water is so deep that you can hardly catch your breath. And that water is your past lives. So I do recommend past life healing for you. I don't mean that in a way like go spend your money. You can do this yourself. There are readers that can facilitate and help you and assist you, but know that you can do this yourself, literally by going into meditation and accessing those past lives. And that is scary, I won't lie. I can tell you already, there were some traumatic events that happened generations ago for you, lifetimes ago for you, and it's stuck with you. And that's why sometimes you are still living the same kind of trauma. If it's with relationships, if it's with narcissists, whatever, you're reliving it because you haven't cleansed it. So I want you to work on that. That is a mission in and of itself, but I want you to work on it. I want you to go back and I want you to accept the things, and it's going to be hard. But you have Piscean energy, okay? So to me, right, healing, empathetic, you are a very intuitive person already. So you might have already looked at your past lives. And this is not just here on Earth, right? This is also past lives in different star systems. There's a lot to it. Everything in your soul, it's still there. You can access it via the Akashic records. That takes some practice, that takes some time. But believe me, you can be able to do it. Ask your guides to help you in your dreams. And when you revisit these times, it's important to look at it, assess it, and accept it. That's the part where people get stuck. And this is just even for this lifetime too, accepting things that have happened to us. Because if we go back and we're sad and we don't accept it, that's when we get stuck. We can be sad. You're a 3D being, okay? Well, you're a multidimensional being, living a 3D life. You're meant to feel 3D emotions. You're meant to feel sad. You're meant to feel angry. Those are normal. But you're navigating them and then you're helping ascend Earth's collective, okay? But I want you to still experience them. You go back, okay? Let's say you are back on, since you're Lyran, okay? I'm also a Lyran starseed. You're back in Lyra, and you have a memory of your planet being attacked. I have a memory of that. And in that moment, you're looking at the details. What was I wearing? What was I doing? How was I feeling? How did it make me feel? Dark, looming, scary, help. That's what you feel. You write about it and you say, I am letting go of that circumstance. Okay? And you're literally going to be saying this, you're going to be writing it, and that is how you help that generational trauma. But because Lyran Starseed came out, you are a Lyran Starseed, okay? At some point, you have lived there. But Lyran Starseeds, quick note, like it says, master manifesting, ancient wisdom. You are a great manifester, and you can co-create your own reality. We also have the avian starseed. Like I said, a little bit more of a rare starseed. The avians, they really worked with the Pleiadians, okay? They're very high vibrational beings, higher than the Lyrans, and higher doesn't mean better. It's just a different form of existence. They send, I feel, a lot of light codes down. A lot of these beings do, but for some reason, the avians, they really do, I feel. And in their circumstance, because all of these beings are going to communicate with you in a different way. With the avians, I've never had them like appear to me in meditation. Instead, I feel they make themselves known when I do readings, and I'm just receiving knowledge via light codes from them. So you might be like, aha, all of a sudden. And that could be the avians coming through to you, but know that the blue avians, they're usually like bird-like. We have bird-like and we have cat-like beings. So that's interesting, the cat and the bird. So pay attention to that. Let's see if I have anything else for you, but know that you're already a very spiritual person. I feel this. And emotional person. But you need to, in a way, harness those emotions. And a lot of that is going to have to do with revisiting things. And that I don't like to tell people I don't like to set people up for thinking it's going to be a joyous ride, because it's not, okay? It's going to be intense. I don't want to use the word scary. Could be, but it's more intense. But if you're going up there being scared, you know, you might see scary things. You don't want to do that. You want to go up in meditation and just say, you know, show me a lifetime. Show me a lifetime that was traumatic in which I need to heal. Look at that lifetime. Journal about that lifetime. Heal from that lifetime, because you guys already, I feel like your crown chakra very open, third eye chakra very open. Okay, that is what I'm getting for you, Starseed pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.